Good afternoon. The Secretary to the Government of the Federation and Chair of PTF, Honorable Ministers, Permanent Secretaries, Directors, General Directors, ladies and gentlemen of the press. Yesterday, 403 new COVID-19 cases were confirmed and added to the number we have to increase the total to 16,085 that have been registered in Nigeria. We have treated and discharged 5,220 persons and sadly lost 420 to COVID-19. The case fatality rate remains at about 3%, which is lower than many countries, but not a cause for relief. The increasing pace of testing will yield more cases, but we need to also be proactive in keeping fatalities low, and this is not impossible. It is still strongly advised that those who test positive present themselves at a treatment center. And this is most especially so for those with underlying ailments like diabetes, hypertension, cancer, HIV, tuberculosis, or those who are 60 years old or above. These are the vulnerable population and form the majority of fatalities of COVID-19. The reason for giving special attention to this category of people is that COVID-19 symptoms can start very mildly with slight fever, slight cough, loss of sense of smell or taste, but suddenly escalate within days or hours to shortness of breath in no time at all. In conversation with Lagos State authorities has reported that people who delay going to hospital and begin treating themselves at home are at risk, and they are the majority of the victims. And those who have had underlying ailments and delay are the ones who barely can make it to the doorstep of the hospital. Early registration for treatment for vulnerable population will save more lives. Our response in tracing, testing, and case management is driven by data and evidence. I will continue to adjust our protocols for quarantine and treatment accordingly. We are collaborating with states to strengthen the response according to needs. An arrangement has been reached to send such a collaborative team to Cross River State in the next few days to complement the work of the state government there. Apart from fighting COVID-19, the state government is also engaged in border patrol work because of the border they share with Cameroon and the unrest on that side of the border. The team to Cross River will be led by the Executive Director of National Primary Healthcare Development Agency, Dr. Faisal, and will engage in a technical handshake with the State Emergency Operating Center. Representatives from all departments and agencies, including NCDC, will be invited to go along, and also the Department of Family Health, Hospital Services, and Epidemiologists. And because of the fact that they have a port health services will be included. Efforts are ongoing to increase the number of laboratories and with priority given to states which presently do not have a laboratory with PCR capability, and these will include Cross River and Kogi states. We plan to be able to engage Kogi State in a similar manner within the next few days. We commemorated World Blood Donor Day yesterday, Sunday, and the theme of which was Safe Blood Saves Lives. That occasion was a clear reminder that despite COVID-19, other diseases and other problems still remain within our health system. We must not forget those ones. I interacted with Nigerians on social media platforms on the importance of blood as a critical and indispensable healthcare requirement for life-saving in maternal and child care, especially bleeding after delivery, severe anemia, sickle cell anemia, and in saving lives of victims of accidents. All of these are still going on as we talk. The advent of COVID-19 has affected the collection of blood and processing of blood because donors are not coming out as they used to. I had the honor of meeting with Mr. Akpan Nathan, a voluntary donor who holds the record of having donated blood 63 times. I salute him for his contribution. COVID-19 will be with us for a long time, and we shall keep learning as we go along. As part of that, the Ministry of Health is just putting finishing touches to a health sector response action plan to cover the next 3 years, divided into near, medium, and long term. It will be, of course, subject to modification as we learn more about COVID-19, but we provide guidelines for the health sector on how to prepare and rearm itself. It's a work that has contributors from some of the most learned experts in this country. Before I take my seat, I wish to advise again that we all adhere to the advisories on hand washing regularly or the use of alcohol-based sanitizers, to maintain physical distancing, and to use a face mask at all times when outside the homes. I shall be showing a small clip that came from outside the country that demonstrates in its own way the value of wearing a mask, as simple as it is in protecting oneself. The mask is not the only protection you can have. It is recommended to be something you use along with other measures. And I shall urge you all to look at this one carefully and learn some lessons from it. Thank you very much.
We have an important message for all of you, especially if you live in a country that is right now facing the new coronavirus. The pandemic is growing exponentially in many countries, but the Czech Republic is one of the few in Europe that has significantly slowed down the spread of the virus. In this video, we would like to tell you what we did differently, and mainly, we would like to help you to do the same. We are following social distancing and the rules stay at home. But others do that too. We also have strict hygienic procedures. Others do that as well. But the main difference is everyone who has to leave their house has to wear a face mask. Everyone. I know. They maybe told you that masks wouldn't protect you, but there are studies proving that even a homemade mask can be partially protective. Partially. Any protection is essential today. But now the more important thing. Masks fundamentally prevent the transmission from you to others by sneezing, coughing, but also breathing. And many people are the most contagious before they start showing symptoms. So, when we both have a face mask, I protect you, you protect me, and we are both safe.
Based on recent data, we know that population-wide use of masks is essential for suppression of the outbreak.
According to our professional experience, a simple homemade mask can prevent up to 100% of the spread of potentially infected microdroplets.
The more people use masks, the less virus can be distributed and fewer individuals are exposed.
Just a few days ago, people were laughing at those who wore masks. But some people knew about this positive effect and started to share this information across social media. The message grew fast through artists, influencers, and others. I know, face masks aren't in stores, right? But something incredible happened. People started making homemade masks and giving them to others for free. Many companies, theaters, or even retirement houses changed their buildings into sewing rooms, and thousands of people started to sew masks at home. So we know that face masks work, and it has been repeatedly confirmed by scientists. We know that it is possible in just 3 days to provide face masks for 10 million people in one country. And we know that here we have fundamentally repressed the infection. Please share this knowledge and help us to change as many countries as possible. Take a picture with your face mask on and share it with the hashtag #MasksForAll. It can really save lives. And remember, I protect you, you protect me.
You're going to be coming out with regulations on that, and if people want to abide by them, frankly, I don't think they'll be mandatory because some people don't want to do that. But if people want it, as an example on the masks, if people wanted to wear them, they can. If people wanted to use scarves, which they have, many people have them, they can. In many cases, the scarf is better. It's thicker. I mean, you can, depending on the material, it's thicker. A recommendation's coming out. We'll see what that recommendation is. But I will say this, they can pretty much decide for themselves right now.